I'm Pete. Good morning. Here's a gas line we're doing today. We're coming out the wall to the meter. There's the meter. The black gas line is 3/4 inch. We're coming off a 1 inch. Here's where we're going to tie in. So I'm just going to set this up and you can watch me tie it in. That's why there's a union on there, because this fitting here is called the union. It allows me to split that pipe and put it back together, because you cannot put this nipple in to each fitting by screwing. It's impossible to cheat it in. You can't do it no matter what anyone says. Don't waste your time. You always have 2 pipe wrenches to back one up. You always back up a fitting. The meter's off. That's the first thing I did, is turn the meter off. And I told the customer the gas is going off. So they're not expecting to have any hot water. They're not expecting that stuff. You always tell them it's off. That's the way you do it. I wasn't in there too tight. Gas is under low pressure. Doesn't always have to be super tight, but it's nice to have it snug. Save yourself a headache. Snug it up. There's that. That's all 1 inch. Wasn't a lot of dope on it. That's okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this 90 off of here. All fittings are the same radius sweep. So when I put this T on, it's gonna work out just like that fitting will. Let's go ahead and pull it off of there. That's better. That's a little tighter. If it's too tight, you just get a bigger wrench. The more leverage you have, the easier it goes. So off with the 90, on with the T. This is the exact same sweep up, but now I have a drop down to give me gas over to here. Keep watching. We're going to keep moving forward here. You always use an approved pipe dope. This is dope for natural gas. Don't worry about putting too much on. You can wipe it off after, but you can't add more into it once the fitting's on. So be liberal with it. Don't be shy. Lots of dope. You always stay off the first couple threads because we don't want that inside. I'll put the T on. And when I said that the elbow, the 90 elbow and the T are the same sweep, that means the piece I took out is going to fit back on like a glove, just like how it should. Always back it up. Back it up, you start breaking stuff, you twist it inside, you can't guarantee what you're doing. One more turn. Right. $173. No. right back. Okay, let's put this back in. And you want to be careful because there is a rubber up here, so that's why I'm trying to be delicate around there. One more turn around and we'll be great. And then of course when we're done, we paint the meter up real nice for the customer to make it look good. I like to make it look good. A little more. Oh, look at that, sat right down, perfect. Okay. Just like I said before, when we tighten it back up, we also back it up. So there's the tighten, here's the back up. Good and snug, just how it should be. Now we come off the bottom of here, come over, and right onto our 3/4. So how are we going to do that? Well, let's get the fitting bucket out. So here I have a short nipple, 1 inch short nipple, a 1 inch by 3/4 inch reducer. That's how we'll start it off. We're doing black iron on the outside, and inside we're going to run corrugated stainless steel flexible gas tubing. We like to use WardFlex. Well, I guess that's just what we get. I don't care if I use gas tight or WardFlex, but my supplier carries WardFlex, so that's fine with me. And you never tighten the nipple. Put your fitting on, you tighten the fitting, or else you'll wreck your threads and you chance having gas escape through the damaged threads, so you don't do that. If you are going to do any of this gas work, you better have your TSSA, which is your certificate that allows you to do this, meaning that responsibility is covered. I have trade licenses. I have my TSSA registration. What that means is I'm an approved natural gas propane contractor. I can run gas lines, I can correct violations, I can fix them. I'm pre-approved by the governing body to work on this stuff. Give it a little snug up. Now we're getting tight, so I'll back it up. We call backing it up when you use the second wrench to hold your fitting tight so you don't have slop movement in it. There, now we can go much tighter. Okay, with gas, it doesn't have to be hernia tight. It's gotta be snug. You certainly don't want it to come loose, but you don't want the next guy not to be able to undo it either. So there's that. So now we've dropped down to 3/4 inch. So where's my 3/4 inch bucket? Here we go. I got a bucket for everything, a bucket for all my fittings. So we'll use a short nipple. What are we going to use? The shortest one I got, which will be this guy right here, my 2-inch nipple. So we're going to come down with that. So what we're going to do, and I know I need a 90 to get over that way, so we'll get this doped up When you hear plumbers and HVAC guys talking about dope in your basement, we're not getting high. We're putting the pipe dope on the pipe. Got a 90. There's my 3/4 inch 90. So we'll put that in, snug it up finger tight, and now we'll get the top of this doped up. Keep in mind, you keep it off the first 2 threads when you can. I get mine on there and smeared really good, so when I screw it in, it backs it up in the threads. I don't put a ridiculous amount on where it's messy, but the odd time I get a build up and I have to wipe it off after because it looks nice. We always paint this after with a outdoor Tremclad type paint. Now again, we do the snug up, and now when I'm snugging up this 90, it's snugging up to this end of the nipple, and it's also snugging this end of the nipple up into my reducing fitting. Time and experience, that's how you figure these things out, and a good teacher. Now we're going one more time around, but I'm going to back it up because it's getting tough. So I back that up because I want it to spin into that. One more time around. Here we go. Now I think we'll go, for this one, we're going to go right across with that. A wee bit more maybe. With that. Now I have to get it from here to here. Might have to do some custom threading. In fact, I will have to do some custom threading. That's fine, no problem. But I know I need to get onto here and I need to come down with a 90. So we got another 90 here. Open her up. Dope up the thread end. In this trade, in this line of work, gas fitting is my favorite thing to do. I love black iron pipe. I love threading. I love showing up at a customer's house and threading pipe. I love going to a warehouse where I got a thread pipe for heaters. It's my favorite thing in this trade. I really like it. So now we're going to tighten that guy on to there. So we get our wrench underneath. And now, since I already have that end nice and snug, I want to back it up so I don't move anything. So I just go on, get onto my fitting. There we go. Turn up. Turn down for what? One more time around. Again, you don't need it super ridiculous tight. You just want it good and snug. Using 16-inch pipe wrenches, I get it good and snug. If I have to get the 24s out, it's really going tight. If I have to get the 48-inch wrench out, that means I'm trying to crack a union that some ridiculously strong person did. Okay. I'm going to turn it off for a little bit now. We're going to set up at the threader. I got to take some measurements and we'll do some threading. Then we'll come back.